Okay, what a wonderful way to begin this show. Once again, there's the Deep National Hour, the DEEP, that is the Democracy Empowerment for Economic Progress. Deep is a civil rights nationalistic organization propagating the true sense of nationalism. I'm nationalist Dr. Abraham Dassama Sellu the first, the Executive Director of the Democracy Empowerment for Economic Progress. DEEP is a civil rights nationalistic organization propagating the true sense of nationalism and the call to national duties. We will be discussing some of our national responsibilities that we have not yet picked up to discuss or to ensure that these things occur, but we expect that this country will be transformed by some miraculous way. But today's show is intended to inform you as Liberians that if this country must succeed, it means that the Liberian people must succeed first, and that will be translated in what we see on this world. One of the things that is important that everybody should be in the know of, like what Article 15C says, that there should be no limitation on the public right to be informed about the government and functionaries. It is our right to be informed. It is our right to be told what government is doing, why they are doing those things, and what are the plans government has to ensure that our lives improve. But it's unfortunate that the citizens are not being informed. They are not being educated to knowing their basic rights. So it plays well for government, and government tries to do what they think is appropriate in their interest. But today we'll be looking at critical areas in our national responsibility, those things that we should benefit as a nation. Okay, those things that we should benefit for the purpose of the 2015 Decent Work Act, 1, 2A, promote the attainment of decent work in Liberia. Promotes the attainment of decent work in Liberia. It means that every citizen of this country needs to understand that it is the responsibility of government by law to provide you with job, provide you with opportunity, to provide you with health care, to provide you with retirement packages that should be able to meet the living requirements of our contemporary world. It is the government responsibility to meet those basic needs. If government or those individuals who serve in government are not prepared to do those things, then the solution is very simple: step out. But if you serve in government, and the law says that it's your responsibility to ensure that your citizen enjoy the benefit of being a citizen, and you cannot do it, then it means that you have not uphold what you took. You took an oath to uphold and the laws of of this country, the Constitution. And if the Constitution says something and you are refusing to do that, then it is terrible. Okay, sometimes due to limitation, Liberians can think that it is a favor when government should do things for you. So they come out and say that you expect government to pull rest on your table, you expect government to come look for a job for you. It is by law. The Ministry of Labor was established for the sole purpose of providing jobs. That's the reason why the Ministry of Labor has a bureau called the Bureau of Employment Services. That bureau, by law, is required to register all Liberians seeking jobs. All Liberians seeking jobs. When you speak out of ignorance, you make it good for government to be very comfortable. But when you understand your constitutional rights, those things that government should do, government is to serve. Government is to meet your needs. Government is not there for you to defend it. Government is not your community chairman and leadership, whatever thing, or your very organization leadership, where you come to protect your because people elected that person as chairperson or president for that organization. So you try to play a defense mechanism, for that particular individual. That is not how government works. Government is an entire bureaucracy intended to better the lives of its citizens. Meaning, if people who do not have that capacity, that ability to meet the needs of the citizen, do not go into government. That's one of the reasons why you have an agency called the Civil Servant Agency. That agency is intended to take the best brains out of the society to work for the general good of the society using a system called the meritocracy, taking the best brain from the society to serve the society. So government is all about serving, not you as individual going to defend. No, government should serve you. Government should make sure you get electricity. Government should make sure you have water. Government should make sure you get a job. Government should make sure you have, even if you are in another country and your rights are being tampered with by that country, government is on an obligation to go in that country to be able to protect you. That is those are some of the things that government is on an obligation to do. But when the society makes it very easy for government, government relies on the limitation of the people and things that the government should do. Government is not performing it. So if you don't have the mind to take a huge tax, that's the reason why only highly sophisticated people should go in government, because it has a huge burden. It has standards and requirement, managerial requirement, administrative requirement, a high decision making process. You have a lot of different things that government should do in order to transform the lives of a citizen. Because you are not prepared to do those things, you see, the Europeans are pushing you out of their countries. Now you see, today America is trying to even tell you the same thing. Until you get your act straightened up, you are still a puppet. You are still a kid. All right? Other countries the citizens are putting pressure on the government to do what they are to do. In Liberia, you are defending government and from doing that which they are to do. So when somebody tell government say you should do that, you're not doing it, it gets you angry. It's out of ignorance. Okay? It gets you angry. That's limitation. You can't do that. It means that you love poverty to the extent that you put your life, against these kind of practices to prevent it being changed for your betterment or for your good. So, if you look at the Constitution, according to Article 7, it says that the government shall, consistent with the principle of individual freedom, social justice inscribed in the Constitution, manage the national economy. It is the government responsibility to manage the national economy, not to generate money to give them big cars, big salaries, comfortable lives, and you suffer. Okay? It is not the purpose. These are individual equal as you are before the law. One vote they have before the law. You are giving them responsibility. It's just like you all have money and you put people to manage that money. Government are those caretakers of our society, our sovereignty. So they must account to all, and these things are in the law, they are in the books. But people are not being taught, people are not being schooled. Government deliberately, intentionally chose not to educate the people in the school so that they cannot know the basic rights, the basic obligations, the basic privileges, those obligations of government to them and their obligation to their government. They don't know it. So people, out of ignorance, they always do things, that seems right, to them. Like what the Bible says, that there is a way that seemeth right unto you, unto me, unto whoever. But the end thereof is destruction, is death. And that's how our society is. Decisions are not made from informed background, meaning that you understood the law, you understood your obligation, you understood what government should do for you, and based on that, you make decisions. No, most of the people don't even know that there is a law that requires government to register every person that needs to get job and find job for them. There is a bureau at the Ministry of Labor that is called the Bureau of Employment Services. If you read the employment policy, you'll get to know that Government is under obligation to capacitate you, to be able to fit in jobs that you may not have the requisite qualification to fit in. That was one of the reasons why the Ministry of Labor was once upon a time a part of the Ministry of Youth and Sport, so that you can be able to identify the young guys, give them some level of career, and so that they can be able to get employment. So people at the MVDC and all of them vocational stuff, they were with the guys, okay, the Youth and Sport Ministry and Labor Ministry, until those two ministry as one, bodies as one, they were divided, so that the Youth and Sport Ministry can focus on youth development and other things. You see that? To develop the youth. It's not intended for people to get big stomach and get big cars and other things. No. Laws are made for the good of the society to benefit its citizens. Those are the reasons why laws are made. You should be relaxed, and government should be working to meet your needs. You have been defending one government out of another government. Up after 177 years, you can't even get reliable electricity. You can't get reliable. You don't even have water all over the place. Even if they give 50% of the community water, that is not good enough for you to be so relaxed and praise government and defend them. No. If other countries were like you, they wouldn't have been developed for which you want to go there. That's the reason why when people see that you're able to think right, behave right, act right, they try to just demean you in all form of manner. If you put your act together, it'll be easy for you to go America or you. But as long as you continue to conduct yourself and as a low class and human being, you make those people to get afraid of you. To only bring you in their countries because to fit in certain needs that they're able to fit. They don't want to be doing certain jobs. So they open up to bring people from all around the world to provide those things and keep the labor force up. It is a wise decision. When you are working, you can no longer cook in your house. You can hire, a nurse to come, someone to come be cooking your house, clean up and the thing. That's how life looks. The higher you go, there are some things that you always take your hand away from. So that's how those white people do it. They have reached certain level, so certain work they don't want to do it again, and other Americans don't want to do it, other Europeans don't want to do it. So that where you, the low class thinking group, that where you fit. So you go there and you fit there and you start to have fun, sending picture home, making little dozen what's. But you are not. They laugh at you because you are still low. Some of you that even manage to find your way up into some ladder, you see that they bring discrimination, they bring racism, and they tell you say you should not be in that country, you should go back to your African countries and other things, because you have not made your own environment convenient. Okay? If you cannot create comfort in your environment for you, who do you expect to create comfort? Why are you fighting to go Europe, dying on waters on the Mediterranean Sea? Why are you fighting to play DV to go America? You can't even stretch your own country. And it's because of the naivete that we exhibit, that Liberians exhibit. I'm going to tell you, if your education cannot bring you transformation, cannot bring you comfortability, it means that it is worthless. Because the whole world is improving based on knowledge. If yours cannot deliver you, it means that you need to revisit what have you put it in your head. Okay? So if you have a constitution, Article 7, that says that it is the government responsibility to manage the national resources, I mean the job market, you're talking about the issue of the economics and the business and the market. It means that government should adopt laws that should be intended to protect you in the job market. That should be intended to protect you in the business world. Other countries have even adopted, you may call it passive protectionism, you may say pro-protectionism, whatever. They are protecting jobs and businesses for their countries, for their citizens. So you see that budgets are getting stronger, and stronger. Your entire country is still fighting around $700-800 million that can just be a budget assigned to a university or whatsoever thing, not even a big university. That when your entire country is suffering and you are celebrating, it tells you how grossly limited the society is. Do you think that if you want to jump one skyscraper up in this country, that budget can make it? People put $3, 4, 5 billion in just a single and a skyscraper to bring it all up to modernization. Put $300 to 400 million to bring another skyscraper to a certain level of modernization. But that's what your entire 15 counties run on. Yet you are rated among the poorest and you don't have time. The word is saying that you are among the poorest, among the 5 poorest. You are among them. It means that you are not thinking properly. The laws are there. If government is to manage our national resources and then ensure that our lives are, a reflection of the goodness of our, resources, ask yourself, what have you directly benefited? Huh? What have you benefited from government annually, every year? What do you directly benefit? Now you say, my government is doing these things for us. What? You don't even have stand-up police to provide you security. Police, will get one car assigned to the police commander there. To even move that one car, you go there, you need gasoline to write no paper, they got a bad sheet. You pay no pain, they got you have case, you gotta be the one to transport the police officer on back and a little primitive lifestyle or running back to go arrest somebody. And that's the reason why criminality cannot stop, because when you see funny looking people coming on way and on back, you just laugh. You can just walk out. Some police guys and say when they come and arrest you, you look at them, say you can have fishing. You can look at them and say, "Lord, man, I can't follow behind you." Okay? I can't follow. And what the police guys would do? The only thing on them are blue shirt and trousers. That's all. They don't even dress like a police officer. That's a big ethical requirement, to show that you are a police officer. You don't dignify police in this country. You don't dignify them. To that, someone to them go buy, they're gonna flare blue and they're trying to pull batch and the Labrador flag on it. Does that really signify police? Your office will even tell you. But you go to police station so dirty, so sting up. Nothing resembles dignity. Nothing resembles dignity. So what directly do you, all the big mouth you make, what can you boast of your country that directly come to you? From the management of the national resources, from the management of the national economy, what directly come to you? That you know that if you say you can just place a call, an ambulance will come to your house to pick you up to carry for treatment. Can you talk about that in this country? So what do you directly benefit from your natural resources or you defending government? Those are things when people say that they don't have here to talk, they say you're suffering in your country. And I just love the way that Donald Trump is just coming out and telling and say, you're the citizen, you can't sit up to make your government do what is right, then you don't come to our country. Because we struggle for the Liberian society want things to happen for them. They want America to come and police this country, run behind that corrupt leader. You get somebody, you get a bunch of guys who profess to be renegades. Okay, in your own country, at your capital, congregate themselves, at the RFJ hotel, to set up a mutiny or rebellion to remove a legitimate speaker. You said that your entire country, you permit the kind of things. You make people wonder how can you actually, what group of people can you place the Liberian society? Okay? You circumvent laws, break laws, president breaks law, and then you get renegades who also break laws. And you have to get them. No matter what you do, those of us from the educated class can never recognize anybody who want to propose to be speaker who have circumvented the laws and say he can be speaker. No way. No way. No mutiny can bring leadership. So I really admire Kofi. Kofi need to stand his ground. We support him. We can have just few guys to then make everybody a little foolish in this country. Because when this thing happen and say that Liberia a foolish country, and there's very Liberian people who say that and say, but we're stupid. We can just tolerate everything and they accept everything. When will you get respect among the committee of nations that there are certain things you don't permit to happen in your country? When? Your law says that your government should manage the national resources and the national economy in such a manner. In such a manner, I shall ensure maximum feasible participation of Liberian citizens. Why are you seated in your own country? Jobs that you are looking for, your children are looking for, your family members are looking for, your friends are looking for, Liberians are looking for, and you have a mass inflow of non-Liberians occupying those jobs. You want to say all the universities cannot produce accounting and you still bringing accountants in? They cannot get people to be warehouse managers, still bring warehouse managers in, people to be warehouse manager or warehouse supervisor. You want them to say just sit down behind the counter, cashier, all things. You still need non-Liberians. What kind of group of people are you people? You need to stand up and correct some things in your country. It doesn't happen in other countries. The law says it should not happen. The law is clear on it according to the Decent Work Act 2015, Article 45. I told you that. I tell you, the Ministry of Labor has no right under the law. Has no right under the law to give jobs to non-Liberians when Liberians are qualified to occupy those jobs. Look, let me tell you, you may try to be cunning, devilish, and say, well, Liberian people get other problems. Say what you can say. If other people can do it and develop the country, do it. Every society will always have bad people. That's the reason why you should have law. That when people do the wrong thing, the law should be strict and straighten it up. Pick up the bad people from the society and let the good people succeed. Let the good people work. Let the good people be protected. Which one of the countries around the world don't have praise and don't have police, don't have you know what the reason why they even give police guns? Because there are bad people all over the place. So there will be no justification. That justification is based on limitation, illiteracy. Because you don't read, you don't know what's happening in other countries. There are some terrible things happening in other countries. But the people seek the welfare of their citizens. But what do you do in your country? You permit everything to happen. What will you sit to allow jobs that were given to you by the Constitution, by the law? I'm quoting the law. I quote while I'm talking about the labor law, the Decent Work Act 2023, chapter 45, 1C. Go there and read. Stop acting like they say reading is a taboo. Read, know about those things, know about your right. When you have information, be able to take actions. Again, I'm Dr. Ibrahim Dasamasi, the first. I'm the Executive Director of the Democratic Empowerment for Economic Progress. This is DEEP. The DEEP is a civil rights movement. We are providing education to all Liberians, playing our nationalistic responsibility, and it is the responsibility of you Liberians to stand up. The American fought for them. The Ghanaians fought for them. You know how you got to think Ghana must go and Ghana must go and Nigeria must go back and other things then? Because those people define the way of life they want. So they ensure that the economy cannot permit anybody in any job. Except for any reason you are going. Let me tell you, there are businesses in Liberia that are operating in Ghana and Nigeria. But in Ghana and Nigeria, they have been ran by Ghanaians and Nigerians. When they come in Liberia, they can run it because Liberia is the land of possibility. Everything is possible in this country. No Liberian can be chief of staff. No Liberian can be commissioner for the LACC, Liberian Anti-Corruption. No Liberian can serve in any capacity, even the University of Liberia, where you expect people to think properly. non-laboring can serve as president of that university. Look, give all the kind of excuses and justification that makes you to show that indeed you are part of the 20 most illiterate countries in the world and rank at 11. Give it to preach your law. When the law says something, break it and try to give, and another say that is worthless. Give it. When they say this business should not be for and a non-laboring, then you get justification. When you're not laboring, then you allow non-laboring to do that. How do you expect those people to respect you when you don't have a set standards in your life? Huh? You don't have standard in your life. How do you expect people to respect you? What can you stand for in your own country? Business says that the law explicitly says these businesses should be done by Liberians and Liberians alone. You are permitting non-Liberians to die successfully in the businesses. And you know what kind of practice is going on now? A complete syndicate that government doesn't even care that you yourself you are a victim of it. Since the business, you get the guys in it, the non-Liberian. So it makes it easy to suffocate you financially or economically in your own country. If they send DK Bear at a wholesale price for $1,000, when a Liberian man goes there, he buy $1,004, $1,005. When a non-Liberian, a Kingsman go there, he pays $1,000, $900. So at the end of the day, when they go to sell, the man who pay $900 and $1,000 for the same goods that a Liberian pay $1,004 or $1,005 for, that particular man can have more flexibility in his price. They all may sell the same thing $5, but the non-Liberian will not want to sell it below $4.50. What's it? But the non-Liberian can sell it as even $4. He still makes a lot of profit. He makes a lot of profit. So these guys, they understand what they are doing. Even stores. If we open the lines now, you will make your contribution. Even stores, they will give it to their kinsmen $100, $150. But when it comes to Liberian, they give it to you for $200, $250. So and you are being placed under so much pressure. So at the end of the day, you can see Liberian in competition with non-Liberian when it comes to business-wise. These guys are smart. These guys are thinking. They are acting. They are using money to get that work done. The Liberian Business Association, what kind of money are they using to get that work done to Trump or kind of ID guys? They don't want to talk and talk and then talk and actually. Do you know how things work globally? Do you know what business tycoon are connected to certain group of people? You gotta make things work. You gotta make things happen. But it's so egoistic, ecocentric to the extent that everything is there about you, me, just yourself. But you want the greatest thing to happen. If you don't sow, how do you intend to reap? So we were given an opportunity to participate in this process by placing calls. But let me tell you this. If this country should move forward, it's more than you placing a call. It's about you taking a stand. You are stepping up to the challenge. If other people can step up to the challenge and transform the country. Years back, the Europeans stood up and said, we are tired of receiving $500 for every 2 weeks. They stood up. The entire country went to a standstill. When was the last time you got ready to start up for like $500 every 2 weeks? You will not even get half of that money, but you already satisfied. Because for the length of time government workers have been working, couldn't even get up to 150. Few selected guys could come all the way up. And the entire country feel comfortable living your kind of life when you know that when you retire, it means you are retiring into poverty. Yet you said cannot do anything to correct your tomorrow. It is important that you know what to do and do what you need to do in a timely fashion. This country will change. And the only way this country change, I said the Liberians are prepared to change. And you must put in somebody who is a nationalist and nationalist. You need a radical leader who will put the Liberian people all the right territory to know what they should do, when they should do it, how they should do it. You need somebody, a strong, radical, educated nationalist to be your leader. Then all the corruption and practices that they then play all kind of funny game, and we suspend the apple, and then no time you say, oh, I sleep into that. Who prosecuted who in this country? For the past time that some of you know yourself. You have you ever seen a robust action that is, you know, that they are prosecuting people for action? Is there a recycle or cycle game they play among themselves and keeping themselves wealthy? That's all they're doing. And since you feel comfortable with it, you see other guys then almost all your guys who get money, there are people who work in government, and you live with it. You talk and move around. You cannot take step. Again, I'm Dr. Abraham Dasamansi, the first time the executive director, the nationalist. So we'll give you an opportunity to participate in this program by placing in your call. And we'll be on the platform every Friday by 5 p.m. and every Saturday by 8:30, 9 p.m. We'll be on the same platform. So we'll take a short batch of music and ask for the number. I know the number, so you can be able to. Okay, to participate on the show, you can call 07788 13001. 07788 13001. So again, it's 0778 813 001. All right, that's the number to call to participate on the show. 0778 813 003. That's the number that you can call to participate on this show as we discuss our nationalistic responsibility. So again, as we said, I'll call the number again as we go through. We'll say 0778 813 001. Okay, so we say, what are your responsibility? You need to understand that nobody will do it best for you but you. Nobody. Okay? Some of you have the experience and you know how you were treated in other countries. Okay, you know. So why are you seated and want somebody to come and do it for you? Hello. Yes, sir. Your name and where you coming from? Go ahead, sir. That's how the country is. Thank thank you very. They hearing it. They hearing it. Thank you very much too. That's how the country is. Okay, government is responsible to manage national resources to meet up. How many of you, your house on fire? You see government rushing so much to come and extinguish the fire. Other things they don't care. So why they manage? Why they manage to enriching themselves? Hello, yeah, yeah, and they are prepared to do it. Yeah, and it said, and when they talk in the backyard, can't do anything. Because they love poverty. People love poverty. Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. The people love poverty. When people love poverty, they give excuses why they should not do things that they are obligated to do. They're on obligation to do. But if you hate poverty, you will not sit down somebody infringing on your right and you permit it. Those are all who have gone to other countries. We have seen those things. Okay, people don't even give you scratch card for free. You must have certain document or they will have to register that scratch card in their names. Okay, but here everything is just easy for everybody. Hello, caller. Yeah, thank you very much. So we have only two more calls to take. That is 0778 813 0778 813 0001. Hello, caller, your name and where you calling from? Yeah, go ahead, sir. Wow. The border further anybody in this country. That's how weak the country is. That's how weak the country is. You're right. Thank you, my brother. You are right. Thank you very much. So the last call, and then we call it a day. The last call, then we call it a day. So now let me just close off with this. No successful country exists on the planet with weak society. Every successful country have strong citizens. Citizens that know the rights, that are prepared to take up the challenge to ensure that the right things are done. And I want to call on all Liberians. It is time for you to understand that until you stand up, you will sit and lay down in poverty and a lot of trouble. You have nothing to boast about because you are not rated among successful countries. Until we meet again, I'm Dr. Abraham Dasaman the first. I'm the executive director. I was given two calls, but I think I got to stop right here. And then we'll meet again every Friday, 5 p.m., every Saturday by 8:30 p.m. We'll be on your platform. God bless you until we meet again. I'm Dr. Abraham Dasaman the first, a nationalist, the executive director of the Democrats Empowerment for Economic Progress, calling on all Liberians to stand up and take that which God have given you, and nobody will bring it to you, but you will have to take it for yourself. Until we meet again, God bless you. I'm Dr. Abraham Dasaman the first, the executive director of the Democracy Empowerment for Economic Progress, a nationalist. God bless you.